Hi, I'm James McGuire, and on today's video, we're talking about technologies that enable improved collaboration between workers to boost efficiency and productivity. To discuss that, I'm joined by a major industry expert. With me is Vijaykumar Rajendran, head of product at Zoho. Vijay, very good to have you with us today.
Thank you so much, James, for having me in your podcast. It's an honor to be part of this. Thanks, James.
Great. All right, so many professional staffers these days are working remotely, and there's a great need for collaboration tools for professionals in different locations and time zones. What trends do you see driving the market for collaboration tools?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So hybrid work is the new normal. Okay, so employees work from home, work from office, and even work from remote places today. So they now call it flexible work arrangements. Okay, so organizations, right? They have to adapt to the new way of flexible work. So organizations now are looking for some, the right set of remote collaboration tools today. So I see three broad trends, okay, that they should be looking for, ideally, when they're going to choose a good, effective remote collaboration tool or platform. So first trend is that, it's like, how do you choose a tool that blends synchronous communications with asynchronous communication? So you need to make sure that, these two important parts are, how does a workplace collaboration tool blend synchronous and asynchronous tools? I'll expand on this part a bit later. Mm-hmm. And similarly, the second major trend I'm looking at is, should you choose a, best of breed app versus an integrated suite of apps? So what should you choose? What I mean by best of breed apps is apps that are purpose driven, built for one specific purpose, and it does it really well. Should you go ahead with use such best of breed apps or an integrated suite of apps? That is the second broad trend I'm looking at, and organizations have to, decide what kind of app they should, use. Third broad trend that I look at is control and security. So you have, as an organization, you have to see whether the remote collaboration tool provides encryption at rest, encryption at transit. During my content is, when it is at rest, is it encrypted? Similarly, you have to look at whether there is, single sign-on, what kind of control that I have for my business content, the content that I put into the collaboration tool, what kind of business, control that I have over my business content. So let's elaborate on that a little bit later. But these are the three broad trends that I look at. In general, you have to, as an organization, you have to look at. The fourth trend is actually AI, which, but you have to get these three things right. Only then, the AI part you can actually fix the AI part automatically, because the tool that you choose, right, it will definitely have AI layer built in, and it will be good, most likely. But these three parts is what I think you should first look at. Yeah.
I can see that, definitely. So, key trends, and then I think that AI piece is really important. I know that companies sometimes face challenges when it comes to collaboration. I mean, correct. How can companies address these collaboration challenges, and how can the Zoho solution help that?
Yeah, so see, like I said, the three broad areas, right? I'll cover some of, how Zoho or Zoho WorkDrive specifically, fits in these three trends. And I'll also explain how, Zoho helps here. Okay, so when you look at Zoho WorkDrive, is basically a content collaboration platform built for, 3-member small businesses to 30,000 member large organization enterprises. You can store your business content in WorkDrive and share it with your team members, your departments, and share it with your external clients, external users, your partners, your contractors, and securely keep your content in a central place. So WorkDrive is all about, it's basically a content collaboration platform that allows you to store your business content securely in a central place and share it with others. So WorkDrive, if you look at it, it comes with also it comes bundled with productivity tools. So we call it Zoho Office Suite. We have a full-fledged Office Suite built on the cloud. Zoho Writer, which is an online word processor, full-fledged document editor. Then Zoho Sheet is our full-fledged spreadsheet editor, and Zoho Show is our full-fledged presentation editor. And all of these three tools is, we have been building it for at least a decade. And it's all, you can actually build really complex document or create complex spreadsheets or beautiful presentations with all of these tools. So I look at these productivity tools as, like asynchronous communication tool that gets bundled as part of OneDrive. The first trend that I spoke about, right? These are all asynchronous. You can use this for your asynchronous communication. Basically, these productivity tools. You build long form content over it on top of Writer. You build really good presentations and share it with your team members. So basically, a lot of your thoughtful content is shared with your team members, and the context before you get into a synchronous meeting, right? People are on the same page. They understand what it is about. So OneDrive comes with these bundled productivity tools, and OneDrive also has, a new tool recently released called OneDrive Snap. That is you can create short video recordings and share it with your team members. So if you look at it, the first broad trend that I talked about, OneDrive bundles all of this as part of the suite itself. In general, though, OneDrive, most of the features that we build in OneDrive are put into 4 different buckets. We call it 4 C's: collaboration, continuity, convenience, and control and security. For the sake of clarity, I'll combine, convenience and continuity into one bucket. Okay, so let's look at it as 3 buckets: collaboration, convenience and continuity, and control and security. Now, these 3 buckets, it resonates well with the 3 broad trends that I mentioned. The asynchronous collaboration part, the first trend. The second trend is whether you're going to use a integrated app or a best of breed app, right? Here is where the buckets convenience and continuity comes in, and control and security. So it actually resonates. Any feature we build resonates with these 3 trends, not just in OneDrive, but the whole of Zoho. Okay, so I'll just explain I already said we have a collaboration set of tools that comes under the productivity tool that comes under the collaboration bucket. So we also have, previews for 200 different file formats in OneDrive that allows you to, quickly comment on any file and share it with your team members. So you become really productive with all of these tools plus better preview features and all. So our collaboration bucket is one of our strongest, bucket. And when it comes to convenience, or let's say continuity, let's focus on convenience first. Most of the features we add in convenience are related to how easy is it for you to keep doing your work without OneDrive, getting in the way, or keep doing whatever that you have been using before. You will keep using the same thing, but still OneDrive will be in the, will sit at the layer and will keep pushing things and syncing the data to the cloud. For instance, I'll give you an example. We have a tool called Zoho, TrueSync, which integrates into your Windows Explorer and Mac Finder. Basically, you are so used to, double-clicking on a file, opening it in, let's say it's a Word file, you open it in Word and work on it and then save it back, right? Everybody is so used to this kind of a model where you use a Windows Explorer or a Finder. Our desktop, our TrueSync, OneDrive TrueSync integrates with this tool so that it is so convenient for you to not worry about a new way of working. So you keep using the same tool, but OneDrive will take care of automatically syncing your business content to the cloud. All right, not just sync to the cloud, it also look at the collaboration bucket. So it automatically, because OneDrive provides a centralized place for you to keep all of your business content, we call it team folders. You can create as many team folders as you want. And because you keep all of your team content in the team folders, and you don't have to share it again. the content gets organized in the team folder, and people get notified of new content that gets in. All right. So all of this happens while you use your tools that you've been using before. Right? You get the cloud syncing, you get the collaboration part. All you have to do is open the Word document and edit it, save it, and it automatically gets notified to all of your team members automatically. They know what content to read or what not to read. So if you look at the convenience part, we add features that make it really convenient for you to push your content to the cloud and make collaboration easier. So that is the convenient bucket. If you look at continuity, here is where the second broad trend that I spoke about, resonates with this bucket basically. So continuity is about how do you continue to work on your business workflow without OneDrive getting in the way. That is, for instance, I'll give you again an example. An example makes things clearer. Let's say you just attended an event and you have some set of prospects from one specific region, okay, that you want to send your brochures that you have in OneDrive folders, brochures, your pricing document, your proposal, all of that kept in a OneDrive folder. You want to send it to your clients. You have these prospects in your CRM system. Let's say it's Zoho CRM, okay, and the best way to explain the continuity part is you will have a view of these prospects from that specific location. You select those prospects and send an email. Now this email, if you look at it, it is integrated into the CRM system, and basically the Zoho mail that covers it, actually, the email part. And within the email part, you will be able to pick any OneDrive content and insert it as a link. If you look at the whole workflow here, you don't have to move away from CRM to Zoho Mail and then to OneDrive. It is all within the business workflow that you use within the CRM system. You don't have to, switch different apps, which means the continuity is not affected at all. So most of our feature set that we try to, build over OneDrive or any Zoho app, because it is an integrated suite of apps, we try to make sure that the continuity is not affected at all. This is a good example of how an integrated suite of apps helps over a best of breed apps. Okay, so the continuity features here is where we try our best to integrate with contextually integrate with a lot of our business apps in Zoho. So that is the second broad bucket that we have. The third bucket is the control and security, where single sign-on is super crucial, because it is we have an integrated system. A single sign-on helps you to not worry about remembering your password. It automatically logs you into all of the apps that you use. Similarly, can you control the business content that you push inside OneDrive or any Zoho app? Do I have the ability to control what kind of content is shared outside my company? What kind of content is actually shared by whom? Do I have the ability to even switch off external sharing if needed? Do I have the ability to completely let's say somebody shared confidential content outside? Do I have the ability to quickly remove that confidential content as soon as possible and stop sharing? So all of this, you have to look at, as an organization, you have to look at whether your collaboration suite or an integrated suite of apps provides you with these kinds of features, right? That is where the control and security comes in. So more broadly, most of the Zoho apps that we have, particularly OneDrive, sits at the middle of this ecosystem, and your business content flows through these business apps and your other Zoho apps so beautifully that as an organization, you can work better in a hybrid setup.
Well, all right. So I mean, clearly, it sounds like Zoho WorkDrive can really support collaboration in a number of ways. My question then is, there are a variety of solutions out there on the market that also do this. How is Zoho WorkDrive different from these other solutions? What makes it apart?
Yeah, this is an important question. That's a very good question. So let's take some examples. Okay, Loom. Take example of a Loom. Loom, we have used it as asynchronous, video collaboration tool, right? You create short form videos of Loom and then share it with your team members. It has been super useful. It is a really good tool. That is what I call it as a best of breed app. Loom has done this so well. Okay, right from recording a video to sharing it with your team members, they have made it really seamless. So Loom is a very good example of a best of breed app that was recently, over the last 2 years, it has become really famous. Similarly, Zoom is a good tool for remote meetings. Dropbox is a very good tool for syncing your data from your desktop system to the cloud. Even a decade ago, it was called a really good tool, right? All of these are best of breed apps that you use for a specific purpose. But the trend is now moving towards an integrated suite of apps. The reason is being, when you start using these best of breed apps in a typical hybrid setup, adding users, making sure the licensing cost is right, making sure your business content, how do you make sure the business content flows through these apps so well, right? How do you make sure that the roles and permissions are properly set in all of these apps? Then you need to buy another app that does this, something like Active Directory, right? That Microsoft has. So you need to look at an app like Okta maybe to again, do this syncing for you, user syncing for you across these apps, which means your licensing cost adds up, right? So the trend is now moving towards an integrated suite of apps that is where, Microsoft or Google or even Zoho shines. So we have an integrated suite of apps. Even if you look at Slack, right, that is again a very good example. They are a very good communication tool, communication platform, but they just couldn't survive against the onslaught of MS Teams, right? They had to, Salesforce had to acquire them, and Salesforce has a good 360-degree customer cloud that they are forming by acquiring a lot of companies, right? Not just Slack, they are acquiring a lot of companies to form their 360-degree cloud, customer cloud. So Slack had to be, pushed into this integrated ecosystem, right? So the trend is now moving towards the integrated ecosystem. And Zoho has an integrated suite of apps. And like I said in the CRM example in the previous question, that is a good example where an integrated suite of apps allows you to continue to do your work without, context switching apps, different apps. And because the licensing cost and all is handled automatically by the integrated suite of apps, you don't have to worry about licensing. You don't have to worry about contextual integrations. See, we are not there yet, okay? Some of the integrations are still in place. We are still working, but there is a huge potential for us to, find out where all can we make it better. How can we make sure that our customers can, continue to get their job done without worrying about the product getting in the way, not just WordPress, any Zoho product getting in the way. So that is only possible with an integrated suite of apps. So that is where I think Zoho shines.
All right, I definitely see that. I guess then the bigger question becomes the future of content collaboration. I think companies are really thinking about that because they want to get prepared now. So what do you see in terms of the future of content collaboration?
So yeah, the future of content collaboration in particular and what we are doing in WordDrive. Okay, see, WordDrive is just a 4-year-old product. We are not a decade-old product. So there are certain areas that we still have to, become better at. And in general, the future of content collaboration is, how do you automate your business workflows? There are a lot of business content that you put into content collaboration platforms, into your communication platforms. How do you automate this process? There are a lot of unstructured data that we are putting in. How do you create structure to it, right? So OneDrive has a feature called data templates that basically it provides structure to your unstructured content. Let's say you're putting in an insurance document, car insurance premium document into your content collaboration platform. Can your collaboration platform automatically detect that it is what you're putting is a car insurance premium, right? So how do you automate these kinds of content, structured, unstructured data, to create some structure to it, and even automate it and put it into the correct folder, automatically put it in the right team folder, so that the right set of team members get access to it, right set of permissions are given to that content. that is the automation layer have to be robust. If your automation layer have to be robust, your application API layer have to be robust for that. Do you have a really good API platform that allows you to, build such automation on top of your API platform? Can I hook my third party, let's say a legacy SAP system and move my legacy data from my, local, intranet to your cloud? How easy it is. As I move my content, does the unstructured data automatically gets some structure and gets indexed and it becomes easier to search. So your content collaboration platform have to do all this. And that is the future. Most of the platforms are doing all of this well, but there is a lot of scope there to do it better.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. I definitely see the power of automation. Clearly, what about artificial intelligence? Obviously, that's a big driver these days.
Yeah. So when it comes to AI, I'll explain as Zoho, we have been in this in this business, serving our business customers for a long period of time, over more than 15 years, more than a decade. So over a last 1 or 2 years, based on the the transformative phase that we are in the AI area, we have been adding some really good AI features to our Zoho suite of apps. I'll explain really quickly what all we are doing at the moment and where the AI itself is the future of content collaboration. AI in content collaboration is headed, and where AI itself is headed. Where is the future in, let's say, 5 years? Okay, so some of our features that we have built in Zoho is one such example I'll give you is Zoho Writers, our productivity tool, a grammar check tool. Okay, so we have a really good grammar check tool in Zoho Writer where when you have your content uploaded, written in Zoho Writer, so Zoho Writer takes care of automatically finding out the spelling errors. It will suggest you the correct grammar suggestions. It will give you good grammar suggestions. It will automatically tell you how easy it is to read your content, how easy or how tough it is, what kind of sentences have you used, what kind of polysyllabic words have you used, and what kind of, do you have to use, is there a plagiarism check that, that the content has, writing quality, how good is your writing quality. All of that is done by our AI tool that is embedded right within our, our Zoho Writer tool. This is already existing. So there is a lot of AI work that we are doing. Another beautiful example that I can give you is as an integrated suite of apps, we have something called Zia Search. It's a unified search that we have, that we have now, that is integrated into every app, every Zoho app that we have. Zia, what it does is, WorkDrive indexes all of your business content into Zia Search. Mm-hmm. Similarly, our CRM system indexes all of your content into Zia Search. Similarly, other apps. So when you search for something in Zia Search, it can tell you, let's say you're searching for a prospect in Zia Search, it will tell you, whether the customer is a prospect, whether hot or cold prospect, what kind of content you have related to the prospect in WorkDrive, what kind of discussions you have had related to the prospect in Zoho Click, which is a communication tool. So Zia Search is our central place to search. So look at we have been adding a lot of good AI features on top of our integrated system so far, right? And AI itself, okay, so AI itself, there is a huge transformation that is happening right now. The automation engine that I was saying, right? We may have to add an AI layer on top of that automation engine. So the AI layer should automatically, classify documents. Like you have sensitive content in it. There is, you have some content, a spreadsheet. Your spreadsheet has a, credit card in it. There are some regex pattern to find it out. But what if the AI engine, the AI layer automatically finds it for you, right? What if the AI layer contextually understands your business content and surfaces a beautiful, the right set of documents for you to look at, right set of business content for you to look at. right? So the AI layer will sit on top of these automation engine and make the automation engine much more powerful. So here is where, companies like Zoho or Microsoft, where we are playing a huge role in storing a lot of our business customers, the content of our business customers. It is a responsibility to add a, responsible, secure AI layer on top of it. And this is the phase, the phase that we are in right now. This is the right time for us to, innovate in this area. Similarly, in general, though, AI, where are we heading? Because the AI layer is going to sit on top of your automation engine. On top of the AI layer, how is our UI is going to be? Our user interface is going to be. My prediction is that there's going to be, we're going to see voice input. People are going to ask you questions, and you will have the LLM engine built, the large language model built into your AI engine. So it understands your business content and surfaces that content for you based on the audio input that you give to the AI engine, and it will actually, give you a good contextual output for you to look at. And look at not just the AI layer, look at the other, every layer in the stack, right? The network or the hardware layer, where the GPUs, NVIDIA is actually innovating in GPUs, right? So in the network layer, you have 5G, right? So the network layer is actually helping you to build AI engines like this. Similarly, at the software layer, we are going to build, Microsoft is actually far, far ahead of any other company. We have to agree that. And because the kind of, partnership that they have with OpenAI, whatever OpenAI releases today, they integrate it into their Azure ecosystem quickly, and also integrates it into their business enterprise software. So they are definitely far ahead. But Zoho and other integrated suite of apps, we are actually positioned really, really well, because the amount of effort that we have put for the last 15 years to build 50 plus apps, right? So we are in a really good phase where it is possible for Zoho to build, or other integrated suite of apps to build, a good AI engine on top of these innovation that is happening in the network layer, the hardware layer, in the software layer, even at the edge servers. Okay, because of 5G, there will be edge servers that your local, your rich client, your mobile client, and your desktop that you have in your local intranet, right? It will connect to an edge server that will be powered by 5G, so that, a lot of your business content can reside there. And more relevant business content can even reside at your mobile layer, or at your mobile app. So all of this is going to help you to quickly fetch your contextual business content. And AR/VR, look at AR/VR, even Apple is, innovating in Vision Pro. So the voice input that you give and the output that you get, you can actually, the augmented reality or virtual reality can completely change the way you look at the user interface, right? In every layer, there is a lot of innovations happening. So there is a saying, right? There are decades where nothing happens, and there are, weeks where decades happen. This is, I think, Vladimir Lenin, the Russian leader, came up with this quote. This so beautifully resonates with the tech transformation that we are looking at today in the AI layer, not just in the layer, in every layer that I said, right? And we are really in a transformative phase, and I'm so excited to be, being part of it. I'm really excited to be part of this kind of a transformative phase. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, it's true. It's really going to have a lot of change in the years ahead, a very rapid change. It's a good point on that. And the AI piece is, I think, really going to be driving that. Vijay, I think you said it. It's a lot of good stuff. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise today. And please come back and talk with us again sometime.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Jim. I'm actually really very honored to, be on this podcast. Thank you really very much.